Hi,
Hey,
how are you today?
I'm wonderful.
Okay, can you please tell about yourself first?
Sure. Well, my name is Justin Blau, and I'm otherwise known as Blau, spelled with a 3. So it's not 3 Lau for those of you who might be wondering. And I've been making dance music for the past 8 years, touring all around the world, and getting to make some awesome music for a bunch of really cool fans.
So, music world already knows you all about you, but crypto world might be a little bit away from you. So, how did you get involved in the crypto and blockchain space?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually am really good friends with the Winklevoss twins. And while they were building Gemini, I was actually staying with them in LA. And they were talking about Bitcoin. I didn't really know what it was. So I just bought some back in 2014. And last year, when things started to get really heated in the market, I just took a giant nosedive, and I wanted to learn everything about distributed ledger technology. I wanted to learn everything about the potentials and its applications. And I really quickly found out that there were a lot of applications to my industry, music business. And so I wanted to kind of start working on a project that could bridge both worlds.
So, what's the project now?
So the project that I'm working on is called Our Music Festival, OMF for short. And the idea is to build a decentralized network of festivals where fans one day will be able to actually pick the lineups of the festivals and also interact with the festival on a deeper level instead of just buying a ticket and attending it.
So, you are also organizing a great music festival.
Yes. So when you build technology, I think the biggest challenge for any new tech company is fueling adoption. And coming from the music space, we wanted to create something now that could provide an amazing user experience that's built on the tech. So our first festival event is actually here in San Francisco on October 20th, and it's going to be headlined by Zed and a couple of other really awesome artists that I can't disclose yet, myself included. And it's going to be a really, really cool event because it'll be one of the first events in the United States where you can actually pay for tickets in cryptocurrency. So that's the first big application that we're starting this year.
So that's amazing. So you, what time will OMF will launch as a coin?
So the coin itself, we don't know exactly when we're going to launch it. We have a test coin right now that we're running to make sure technically things are working properly.
Yes.
But we imagine that the coin will be available to the public sometime after the first festival when we can prove its true utility.
Oh yeah.
That's our key for dealing with any kind of regulatory problems that might exist.
Yeah, it's reasonable. So you want to expand it with the coin with other music festivals also?
Yes, absolutely. So my co-founder and partner on the project, his name is Adam Lin. He's actually here in San Francisco, but running around right now. Adam actually runs 16 of the biggest festivals here in the US. He's one of the biggest independent festival promoters. And so I thought it was really powerful to team up with him on this project so that we could bring his festivals into our network very quickly after our first branded event.
Oh, so that's amazing. You already have a community to own your OMF.
Exactly.
So where do you see OMF in 10 years or 5
10 years? Well, in 10 years, I hope that all festivals around the world are tokenizing via our protocol that we're building and, enhancing the experience of fans. And, our goal is to flatten all the different costs that exist in music festival. They're very inefficient right now. Yeah. Fans don't feel as engaged because all they do is buy a ticket and they go to the event. They don't experience anything else. They have no external dimension, right?
Yeah.
But fans are creating so much value for the festival itself. It's a collective music experience. They're telling friends about it. They're marketing the festival for us as the creators of the festival, but they aren't being compensated for it. So when we give them the ability to actually earn something for what they're already doing now, we believe that those behaviors will increase in frequency and ultimately provide more value to everybody in the entire festival ecosystem. And then those fans could use that currency and redeem it for things within our festival ecosystem, right?
Okay.
So you earn it by participating and you can redeem it, just like Sky Miles on an airline. And in our case, though, they're limited in quantity, right?
Okay.
And so that's kind of the goal of what we're building.
So that's amazing. Yeah. I will attend to the concert.
I hope you come, yeah,
please. And then earn some coins.
Exactly.
It's great.
That's the plan.
So where do you see the future of cryptocurrency?
Ooh, big question. Future of cryptocurrency.
We are in the middle of a winter, something like.
Yeah.
So I think how it will happen?
I think that just like any new technology,
yeah,
any new huge technology, whether that was the internet or traditional electronic banking, you see this mass flock of people from different industries that come and try to use the technology to disrupt the industry that they come from. And I think what's going to happen in the next 10 years is you're going to see the really legitimate projects succeed, and some of the more scammy projects go to nothing. And I think that ultimately the legitimate projects need to be backed by something that provides real value. And I think the community as a whole...
What's the value?
What's the value?
Yeah.
I think just...
How kind of value?
Well, of course, it depends on the product, right? But in some cases, it's store value. In some cases, it's protocol. In some cases, it's apps. And I think that ultimately the value of any currency, it has to give the consumer some form of utility, right? Yes. Or it can be a security token that represents equity, right? And I think that we'll just start to see the legitimate projects take hold and more of the illegitimate projects fall to nothing. And I think that's a good thing, right? Because I think it gives legitimacy to the community as well.
So how long it will take for cryptocurrency being more stable or
stabilized? Yeah, man, that's a hard question. But I think it takes projects like this one that provide real experiences for large, mass amounts of people in the world. That's what will ultimately provide stability, when there's just more users and users that are more educated about how the technology works. And I hope that in the next 10 years we achieve that stability.
Okay. So how blockchain will help music industry in general?
Oh, so many ways. I think the music business is really interesting because it exists in many silos, power structures that are really rigid and difficult to penetrate. And ultimately, a lot of middlemen make the artists suffer and make the fans suffer, right? And when you can collapse those hierarchies and engage fans and artists on a more direct level, whether that's through digital music or live music, we're going to see blockchain play a huge role in any of those changes over the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. And in my case, I have more of a expertise in the live music side of things, and so does my partner. So that's the industry that we're trying to disrupt. But there are a lot of really amazing projects that are trying to disrupt the digital space as well, and ultimately give fans and artists more power.
Yeah. Do you have a technical team for OMF on the background?
So we're actually bringing on a huge technical team right now. I'm not 100% confirmed on who those people are yet, but we'll be announcing that probably in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. So what will be your main marketing strategy with OMF?
I think
your community?
Our community, exactly. And having huge artists and huge agents involved. Before I actually started talking to anybody in the blockchain community, I spent a lot of time building our story in the music community. So we have 6 of the biggest music agents in the world who are partners on this project. Paul Morris, Lee Anderson, Sam Hunt, Hunter Williams. They all represent artists like Skrillex, Zedd, Tiesto, Hardwell, David Guetta, Future, SZA, Logic. Artists across a wide variety of genres to help us garner momentum in the community building aspect, right?
Yeah.
And now that I've been working on this project for almost a year now, I'm taking a lot more time to meet the tech world and spend more time meeting people who can help us build different types of products that will interact with our physical experience.
So, crypto is so famous in music world also. And how do you think that this is just something not stable? They will just leave the crypto world after a time in music world. How powerful is crypto, or what's the percentage of crypto holders in music world?
That's an interesting question.
Or something like that.
I found after meeting a lot of different people in the blockchain space that most people are super interested in music.
Yeah.
It's funny because as an artist, I sit in front of a computer all day and I program sounds as opposed to programming code, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a similarity in behavior, and so that's kind of why I was naturally drawn to the space, because I've always had a fascination with technology. And so I think there is a lot of crossover interest between music and crypto, and we just want to help become that bridge between both worlds.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you have something to say for audience?
Keep on the lookout for OMF. If you're in San Francisco, make sure that you come on October 20th. And we're hopefully expanding to Seoul and Tokyo and Barcelona in the next couple of years.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
See you.
Awesome.